Y'all, let's get something straight. I don't wish cancer on anyone, okay? I don't care if you are a Democrat. I don't care if you don't support Trump. I don't wish cancer on you. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. And I do not like Joe Biden, but I do not find joy in him having cancer, okay? Now, first things first, Jill Biden should be arrested and charged with elder abuse.
Do y'all totally agree with that? I do. I 100% agree. Now, excuse me, these Democrats are going to try to frame this as somehow the right wing. We are all in celebration of this. But no, I'm with Terrence on this, man. I don't wish cancer on nobody, you know. However, the Democrats lied about Biden's health and then used Biden to lie to us, the American people. Talk about bad leadership, man. Beyond that, it's elder abuse, and they let it happen. We're going to stop playing like everybody didn't, like Joe Biden just got sick. How about that? We're going to stop playing like this is something that just shows up overnight, because it's not the type of sickness that he has. This man has been in bad shape for a long time, and the people around him knew. These Democrats knew. Oh, Biden's healthy. He's sharp. He's fit to lead. Meanwhile, he's been struggling to finish the sentence. Literally. Now, this ain't funny, however. He wrote, cancer touches all of us. Like so many of you, Jill and I have learned we are the strongest in broken places. Thank you for lifting us with love and support. I'll say this. This didn't start last week. They knew this for years.
It's very unlikely that someone could get annual checkups and not notice a PSA elevation over the past, but this is what I typically would see in a VA hospital, where a patient hasn't had medical attention in 10 years, presents to an emergency room with bone pain, and then they find that it's metastatic prostate cancer. But in the modern age of medicine, especially the fact that he was a former president, he had intensive state-of-the-art, care where we can see prostate cancer, 10 years in the past. So this is, it's very unusual to hear that someone has prostate cancer where they're annually being followed up. And the fact that we just find it at a Gleason 9 is just pretty much unheard of in this day and age of medicine. Even in the, even in the inner city populations, we wouldn't see it. So
you're saying even in a medically neglected population, it would be surprising to have a surprise diagnosis with a Gleason score of 9. So you're saying that certainly as he was serving in the Oval Office, you believe that he knew that he had prostate cancer, and even potentially as he was running in 2020 before he assumed office?
Well, most likely he had prostate cancer for a long time, and the aggressive prostate cancer such as this at age 80 grows over a long period of time. I mean, usually it takes from the first diagnosis of prostate cancer to spread would take 5 to 10 years, even in the most aggressive form. It's just, to me, it seems very surprising that the first diagnosis would be a metastatic diagnosis, especially Gleason 9 cancer, without, having his PSA history. I mean, I would like him to get to release the PSA history right now to see what it was. I mean, I'm talking from an area of kind of not as much information as I would like to have.
And it is not standard. We were looking for a PSA score to be released as part of these public presidential health reports. We didn't get Trump's most recently either. I want to ask very quickly, so much has been made of his apparent cognitive decline. Is there a possibility that either the cancer itself or any treatments he was undergoing in secret could affect cognitive function of a person?
Yeah, absolutely. Because what happens is when prostate cancer becomes, like say you get treated for prostate cancer and then the prostate cancer recurs, what you would do is you would start someone on a kind of a testosterone blocking hormone such as Lupron. And because Lupron acts to lower your testosterone, it gives you kind of like symptoms of depression, lower energy, fatigue. So there's a lot of things that go with being on Lupron treatment. So Lupron is a class of medicine that just castrates, chemically castrates someone so that the prostate cancer doesn't spread. And so Lupron was likely used in Joe
I understand.
Biden.
So to be very clear, you believe he was silently, secretly battling this for at least 5 years?
Well, I think that's yet to be seen. I mean, it would be very surprising, like I said earlier, for him to have prostate cancer at Gleason 9 spread to bone without without being neglected medically. So the fact that he was seen medically every year, it's just very surprising. I mean, his PSA must be over 50 at this point, if not a lot more, just because of bone mets, is a sign that it's very aggressive and spreading to other parts of the body. So I think there's definitely evidence that he probably knew about this for a while.
Makes no sense. Yep, y'all, we were lied to again. And it wasn't just the family. It was the whole Democrat machine. Seriously. It was the media that played a role in it, the campaign staff that played a role in it. Everybody. They pushed this ideal, this image rather, of Biden being farmed because they know they needed him to win in order for them to further their agendas. They knew this. Anybody who says otherwise, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're heartless, you Trump supporter, you right-winger. No, actually turns out we was right. It was never about health. It was about power. I mean, we're going to talk about Jill Biden. I'll call her the enabler. The internet always talk about how strong women are. We'll talk about that in a minute, though.
Mr. President, since you left...
I meant to say, this was Joe Biden just last week on The View. Yeah, don't she act somewhat like a handler?
Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from Democratic sources, that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities. In the final year of your presidency, what is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. Number one. Number two, think of what we were left with. We were left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection when I started. Not since the Civil War. We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying. 1 million people dying. And we're also in a situation where...
Under your presidency, more people died from fentanyl than, I forgot, a couple different wars. 110,000 people under your watch.
We found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went to work, and we got it done. And one of the things and
Alyssa, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us, and they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day. I mean, he'd get up, he'd put in a full day, and then...
Oh, did you give him a star? Now, I'm not trying to say and make fun of a man, sick or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, you trying to... You handling this man like...
And at night, I'd be in bed, reading my book, and he was still on the phone, reading his briefings, working with staff. I mean, it was nonstop. It's the White House, being president is not like a job. It's a lifestyle. It's a life that you live. You live it 24 hours a day. That phone can ring at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning. It's constant. You never leave it. And Joe worked really hard. I think he was a great president. And if you look at things today, If you look at things today, give me Joe Biden anytime.
That's worth the invitation to come to the show.
Oh man, let's talk about Jill Biden for a second. Again, I told y'all the internet always talks about strong women, but dragging your sick husband across stages, knowing he's mentally and physically declining, that's not strength, man. That's selfish. That's narcissistic behavior. This man is barely functioning on the View. You can literally see Jill stepping in to speak for him, like I just said earlier, like a handler. That's not love, man. That's damage control. She's not protecting him. Is she just trying to protect their image? Who's really in charge then if that's the case? 1 year ago, not only did Jill Biden know her husband had late-stage dementia, she also knew that he was dying of cancer, but instead of having him step down from office so she could enjoy his remaining years of life in peace, she convinced him to keep running for her own benefit. Okay. And now, again, this is the media. This is the media. The way they effortlessly lie to the public about Biden's health should infuriate you. I can't even talk. It should piss you off. Infuriate you. Never trust these propagandists again. Y'all, I'm going to even take myself off the screen completely. I want y'all to see this.
Does the president have the stamina, physically and mentally, do you think, to continue on even after 2024?
Don, you're asking me this question. Oh my gosh, he's the president of the United States. You know, I can't even keep up with him.
The most difficult part about a meeting with President Biden is preparing for it, because he is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
I can testify because I've been working very closely with this president for the past 2 years. I've been knowing him for 30 years. And I'm telling you, this guy's tough. He's smart. He's on his game.
Joe Biden has vision. He has knowledge. He has a strategic thinker.
The president is focused. He's detail-oriented. He's always thinking about the big picture.
He is engaging. He is capable. He has an incredible record as president.
And I'm often with him on foreign trips. He's at the top of his game.
So he has a vision. He has knowledge. He has judgment. He has a strategic thinking.
I met with the president, 5 or 6 weeks ago, and he seemed fine to me.
I have complete confidence in the president. I have watched him expertly guide meetings of staff and cabinet members. I could not have more confidence in the president.
I would just tell you that I meet frequently with the president, and every single time I meet with him, he is just fine.
But he is, again, knowledgeable, wise.
Incredibly sharp, incredibly probing, incredible command of the details.
He is sharp. He is on top of things.
There is nothing to these challenges, these suggestions that somehow he's not sharp and he's not capable.
We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issue.
And you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has.
I say his age is an asset.
He's wise.
Yes, he's wise. He has wisdom. He has experience.
And his experience, because of his age and his wisdom, has been invaluable to this country.
A lot of countries, people who've been in office a longer period of time are praised for their wisdom.
I have seen a lot of 72-year-olds not as capable as this 80-year-old.
It is hard for us to keep up with this president.
His mental acuity is great. It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. He's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong.
And this kind of sense that he's not ready for this job is just a bucket of BS that's so deep, your boots will get stuck in.
Coordinated lies. I thought I had way more time to chew this. My fault, y'all. And for the people who unsubscribe to people who eat in their videos, please Leave. I'm telling you verbally, I don't want you here. I don't. I ain't got time to be catering to your feelings. Oh, man, I'm unsubscribed because he's eating in the video. You don't know what nobody going through. I'm not even mad at you, but just leave. You free to go. The question I'm still asking, though, is who's really in charge? I know y'all been waiting a long time to get to this Terrence K. Williams video. We're going to go ahead and play that, but I'm going to say if Biden wasn't running the country, then who was? Don't tell me that he's the one leading the free world when he can barely lead to finish a sentence. All the while, the whole time they sitting there, Democrats that is, he's fine, he's sharp. I got to prepare myself when I walk in the room with him, you know. He's super coordinated. This man was in a real condition behind the scenes, though, bro. So who's really making these decisions? Is it Barack Obama? Is it Jill Biden? Unelected staff? It's time for us to go ahead and resume this Terrence K. Williams clip. Come on, my dog.
Y'all, let's get something straight. I don't wish cancer on anyone, okay? I don't care if you are a Democrat. I don't care if you don't support Trump. I don't wish cancer on you. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. And I do not like Joe Biden, but I do not find joy in him having cancer, okay? Now, first things first, Jill Biden should be arrested and charged with elder abuse. The entire time, you cannot get me to believe that she did not know that her husband had prostate cancer.
Agreed.
This man has the most aggressive form of cancer. His prostate cancer has spread to his bones. Joe Biden is literally in the last stages. And you mean to tell me that they just found out today or yesterday or last week? No, they knew the entire time. But they called us conspiracy theorists when we said Joe Biden is not fit to be president because he is sick and he's not healthy. They called us conspiracy theorists. They called us crazy. We were fact-checked for saying that Joe Biden is not healthy. And his wife, Jill Biden, listen, I know that your husband is supposed to be your protector, but when your husband is sick, when he is sick and dying, you are supposed to step up and protect your husband. So you should be ashamed of yourself for allowing your sickly husband to be paraded around like he was healthy. You should be ashamed of yourself for allowing your sickly husband to run for president. You should be ashamed, Jill Biden. And you need to be charged with elder abuse. She needs to go to the federal penitentiary and spend the rest of her life in prison. This is absolutely sickening. And you know what? Everybody involved, every single body involved in Joe Biden being president, every single body involved in parading him around as if he was healthy, they should be charged with elder abuse also. They should be charged. They should be charged for participating in elder abuse. Yes, they are all, every single body involved should be charged with elder abuse. And Jill Biden, you should do the most time. Shame on you. Shame on you. Y'all, this is absolutely crazy. The American people were lied to over and over again. And the medical doctors who lied and said that Joe Biden was healthy, they need to face Congress. Those doctors who made those fake reports saying that Joe Biden was perfectly healthy, they should be charged with falsifying health documents. They should be charged for lying to the American people, for falsifying documents. There's no way that those doctors did not know that Joe Biden had cancer. You mean to tell me they did not know? This man has the most aggressive form of cancer. Those doctors participated. They are an accomplice in this elder abuse. So who was running? Who in the hell was the president of the United States of America for the last 4 damn years? Who was running this country? Because it wasn't Joe. Joe was out there trying to fight and trying to fight for his life, dealing with cancer. He was probably Joe Biden was literally fighting for his life. He has the most aggressive form of cancer. Who in the hell was running for president? Who in the hell was running this country? Because it was not Joe Biden. It was not Joe. I think we need to look into Barack Obama. He's probably involved in this too. But we need to know who was running the Oval Office. Who was making the calls? Y'all, this is something that we need to look into. This ain't right. This is not right. We were lied to, and we need to know the truth. We know some of the truth, but we need to know who was making the calls. Who was calling the shots? Because it was not Joe Biden.
Definitely wasn't. Definitely was not. They used that man like a prop. And they just upset. The Democrats is upset that we didn't vote for his caretakers, right? Basically. That's basically what it boils down to. Harris K, man. He's asking for the arrest of Jill Biden for elder abuse. This was a full-blown lie, man. They said he was fine, and he wasn't. They literally paraded this man around for photo ops, debates, interviews, and they knew that he wasn't okay. I don't know about you, but man, morally, I can't align myself with people like that. Because the crazy part about that, they're not even sorry. They just mad that we talking about it. Man, y'all definitely got to share this with somebody who cares about the truth. I would like to know, who do y'all think is calling the shots? I'm going to post a pinned comment as well for questioning. Something along the lines of, I'm going to get AI to help me with that, but something along the lines of Joe Biden was a puppet. Democrats lied, told us we were conspiracy theorists, and now, look, we were right all over again. And this time, we ain't letting it slide. Something along the lines of that, y'all. Because I'm going to hear y'all commentary on this. Y'all be safe, please. Go check on somebody today. I'm quite literally be saving their life. I guess the only reason why I'm hesitating right now is because secretly I'm over here scrolling to make sure I ain't miss nothing. That's why, if I'm being completely transparent with y'all, the last 30 seconds with me just trying to fill up some time. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, because I just want to make sure I'm updated on everything. I'm on Twitter right now, kind of scrolling through. I know that we have Joey Marinino, who said he ain't sorry about not caring. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here. Be safe. Go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life.